All right. Yeah, let's talk about Aaron Glenn. He under fire. Listen to the radio today. Seen they gave up 48. Well, they didn't give up 48 points. I think they gave up 41 points because of the pick six. I seen somebody saying, well, Ben Johnson is scoring points with, half the offense injured, but it's totally different. And I'm gonna say, well, I'm not gonna say totally different, but it's different. But let's get into it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Okay, it's different because for one, with Aaron Glenn, they don't have talent on that side of the ball either way. The only surprise that's on that side of the ball is Jeff Okuda. I know he had the greatest game yesterday, but then again, it is what it is. I told y'all that Levi Nazarki was critical to what they was doing because you need that push from the middle of the defense, and right now they don't have it. All right, they just simply don't have it because everybody else is a run stopper. Lynn McNeil, Benito Jones, Isaiah Buggs, they pluggers. Michael Brockers is not an interior rusher neither. You know, he's not. So, so when you look at it, and they say, well, the Seahawks were saying, well, they knew they was going to call on third downs, and they were predictable. But at the end of the day, that's an issue for Aaron Glenn. That's something that he got to express. They knew you was going to blitz on third down, and we need to know a reason why. That you can't explain. But then again, let's not act like Ben Johnson ain't had his struggles. Hold up. Let's act like Ben Johnson ain't had his struggles. You know, let's act like Ben Johnson ain't had his struggles. You go up 14-0. I mean, the first two games of the season, or the first 2 or 3 games of the season, he went up 7-0. I mean, he was 7-0 with the ball against Philadelphia Eagles. It didn't come through. You know what I'm saying? And they could have put some separation in between him and them and the Philadelphia Eagles. And that probably would have been a totally different game. So it's easy to say, well, we getting down and you know what I'm saying, let's pick up the tempo and we gonna start scoring and shit. It's easy to score them points when you down. Let me say that. It's easy to score them points when you down. When you win a competitive ball game like the Minnesota Vikings, what did Ben Johnson do? That's my question. When you in a competitive game, what did Ben Johnson do? That's the $1 million question. When you in a competitive game, you know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? He's still hashing that out. And he go, at the end of the day, bro, they got way more talent on the offensive side of the ball. Way more. Look at the offensive line. They second unit better than the first unit. They second offensive line maybe better than the first defensive line right now. Look at the linebackers. Come on. Tight ends, receivers, compare them to Amani Araye. He playing pretty bad because of a back injury. You know what I'm saying? You missing Romeo. You know what I'm saying? You missing Levi Nazark. You missing Josh Pascal. Some of these dudes that's on this defensive line wouldn't even be on this team if they were healthy. No Tracy Walker, leader in the back end. Amani Araye playing with a bad back. Don't know much about Deshaun Elliott. Don't know so much about Juju Hughes. So at the end of the day, it's only so much the man can do. It's only so much he can do. If you say, well, he need to call a better game, and he see what Ben Johnson is just basically they getting down and they playing behind the 8 ball and they rushing back. That's it. They still coming up short. You see what Ben Johnson do when the game is on the line. You see what he do. When it's a close competitive game, the Lions just gonna keep losing. How about that? How about that? They gonna keep losing. Hate to say it that way. They gonna keep losing. Y'all look at it and say we lost by 3. That game was much more worse than losing by 3. Then was like Washington come back. Just like they lost to Minnesota, they ended up losing by what? 2 or 3. It was much worse than losing by 2 or 3. If we being honest. Is there some things Aaron Glenn can do better? Absolutely. They played a ton of zone a lot yesterday. It is, but let's not act like he dealing with premier talent. Come on, it's only so much Aiden Hutchinson can do. With Charles Harris, that's it. Austin Bryant, what is he doing? Romeo Julian Court, what is he doing? You missing Jerry Jacobs. I mean, you missing a whole bunch of guys. People going off the numbers from last year, man. Look what he had last year. And they found a way to compete and get some turnovers. And get some turnovers. You look at that offense, people go say, man, this offense is rolling right now, and they just did in the third, bro. Trust me, if the offense was as good as the numbers indicate, if they was good as the numbers indicate, bro, they would beat Minnesota. They would have beat Minnesota. Trust me. It would have. They would have beat him. But nonetheless, he do deserve some criticism. But like Dan Campbell said, I believe in what he's doing. And it's on Dan Campbell. He appointed him to the defensive coordinator. But that was bad. It was a bad performance. And then you give up the corner route on the loss to the Minnesota Vikings. Hey. He probably wishes that he never came to Detroit right now. I'm telling you. Probably wishing. But he definitely on the hot seat. But shit, who can get the most out of these dudes? Anazoni, how many teams would he be starting on as a middle linebacker? Being honest. Just being honest. Just being honest. So if it wasn't for Malcolm Rodriguez, this thing could be a lot more. It'd be a lot more difficult, bro. So I just look at the talent, but I understand people say, Ben Johnson still found a way to do what, you're right. And the Seahawks offense ain't even like that. So yeah, Aaron Clinton is in a bit of trouble right now. People say you give up you give up 45, 48, 40, you put up 45 points, you're supposed to win. It's true. That is true. So yeah, he in some trouble. But he could be suffering the same fate as Anthony Lynn. Could. They got rid of him. And and Jared Goff is much better this year. But the thing about it is, it wasn't just like his fault. They actually, got Josh Reynolds, I believe, after Anthony Lynn. I definitely could be wrong there. I think they got him after Anthony Lynn. So I mean, you can't defend it. Can't play colorism and nothing here and say, oh, they doing the black man like this. Hey, you give up 41 points, we got an issue. And what's gonna happen is they're opening up they're opening up the door, to they opening up the door, and people gonna say, well, Rudolph ain't the problem. It was the defense and this, that, and the third. But I seen this video, I seen this movie so many times before. So many times before. You know, Lions get down, they come back, and when there ain't no pressure on them and all that, you know, just gotta wait and see. Gotta wait and see. But yeah, he definitely on the hot seat. When they gave up that 7 route to KJ Osborne to lose then, but nobody gonna talk about how the offense to stop mountain points. Anytime the game get tight for the Lions, man, they get tight. You know what I'm saying? They can never keep that whole flow going throughout the whole game, whatever reason it is. But it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. He definitely on the hot seat. Hate to say it. Dan Campbell, voice his opinion, and it's his responsibility to overlook the defense as well too. You a head coach. That's your responsibility. So y'all need to put your head together. You can't just be on the offensive side of things. Y'all got to put your head together and figure this out. It's as simple as that. They got to put their head together and figure this out. But also, it's a Brad Holmes problem. It is a Brad Holmes problem. You keep putting all this stock and assets into injury-prone players. And now it's biting you. What do you think? You keep drafting guys that's injured, it's not going to contribute. What do you think going to happen? What do you think going to happen? Just got a question. What do you think going to happen? Then other players going to get injured. So you a team without depth. You're trying to build depth, and they can't build depth off injury-prone players. Simple as that. So, like I said before, it's a Aaron Glenn problem, but also it's a personnel issue. That's what it is. It's a personnel issue. So check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance get notifications. We go live and drop video financially. We're going to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Spotify, Anchor, the whole nine. Y'all know it. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. But let me know what you girls and guys think, about Aaron Glenn and the whole situation, man. But yeah, he definitely on the hot seat, and Campbell might be on the hot seat too. I think he had the best odds to get fired in the NFL on some sports books, so he might have saved his tail as well too. But peace.